So I think I'm going live now. I think I'm live now. Can you? Am I live now, guys?
I'm refreshing.
Okay.
I'm refreshing.
Okay. Hey guys. Hey ladies. Good morning. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm back. It's Sir John, celebrity makeup artist here with L'Oreal Paris, and I couldn't be happier to wake up than to just chat with you for a few minutes. I have Nicola on the phone right now, and we're gonna do a little shop talk. And I brought some magazines and stuff like that. We're gonna talk about skin, confidence, all that good stuff. You're in the house, just like
Right.
I'm sorry.
I said right.
Yeah. So okay, so I have you on the phone. So what time is it where you are?
It is 11:17 where I'm at right now.
11:17 in Atlanta. And so, ladies, you guys know Nicola very well. Tell me, how long have you been working with most of the ladies that I'm looking at now?
I've been doing Girls Who Brunch Tour for the past 4 years. We're going for our fifth year.
Yeah,
And
4 years.
we've
Wow.
serviced 8,000 girls nationwide.
Okay. So 8,000 girls nationwide. Nicola's been working with you guys for about 4 years now, and I take my hat off like to Nicola and everything that you guys are doing. I think it's so cool. Honestly, I love that you rep for each other. I love that you guys are representing for each other, showing some serious girl power, even in times like this, where we're all scared, we're all not knowing exactly what to do or how to take it in. So I do want to talk about checking in with yourself. How do you think we should kick this conversation off? Should we go makeup? Where should we go first?
I think we should talk about you. Like,
Yeah?
let's tell them, like, who you are. Like, why
Okay.
you are Sir John.
Okay.
Let's talk about that first.
Cool. So Nicola's on the phone and she's asking me to talk to you ladies about who I am. So I'll give you a little bit of background. I've been working in the business as a makeup artist for I want to say 15 years, and it makes me sound really old, but I feel really young. And I used to assist some really big makeup artists, and we basically I've been all around the world. I work with this lady right here. You guys might know her face. Do you see this cover? This is something that we did not too long ago before the Ivy Park campaign came out. I'm going to show you this. Some other ladies you may know. You know this lady right here, this beautiful lady named Zendaya. So her too. And I get a chance to work with some really cool women, but I actually get more inspired working with girls like you guys and hearing your stories and actually and hearing what keeps you through or what takes you through a rough patch, because I get inspired and that gives me something to live up to and live with as well. But yeah, so I've been in makeup for a long time. I've been with Beyonce for a very long time. L'Oreal Paris has been my family for about 6 years, I want to say. And I love it. I wouldn't change anything about it. I don't know if that's a good background, Nicola. What would you say?
That was a good background.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, yeah, what makes you want to empower women through
Hmm.
makeup? Like, what is your motivation?
What's my motivation? Why do I want to empower women and girls through makeup? So it's not always about makeup. I'll tell you the truth. It's not always about makeup, Nicola, and anyone listening. It's about an inside thing. It's about something that, makeup is just there to add on to how you already feel inside. It's like, it's almost like your superpower or your cape or your war paint. But it's an inside job first. So you gotta feel okay with yourself first. And you don't feel like okay about yourself every day. It's like hunger. You're not going to be hungry all day, but throughout the day, you're going to have pockets of hunger. And that's how confidence is. You're not going to feel confident or secure or loving yourself all day. But if you can grab that feeling maybe twice throughout the day or maybe a minute throughout the day when you're watching your favorite movie or when you listen to your favorite song, how do those things make you feel? Do they raise your vibration? Do they change your sense of self? Like whatever you do or whatever practices you have that actually allow you to have a pocket of a smile, or it takes you away from whatever you're dealing with at home or whatever you're dealing with at school. What are those things? And so my challenge to you ladies would be to write the things down. Maybe if it could be a list of 3, it could be a list of 30. Write the things down that give you pockets of happiness. And remember, when we say happiness, happiness can be a smile. It could be a sense of an old friend who's not in your class any longer. It could be a day where you liked your dress. Your dress fit really well. Or you liked your new sneakers, or you got some new J's for Christmas. Whatever that feeling is, I want you guys to chase more of that feeling.
Right.
So what else were you gonna say, Nicola? No.
Because sometimes we have inner demons and inner problems that we are facing, and those things we let show on the outside.
Yes.
So that is cool. So, like, if we focus and channel that good and what makes us happy all the time, no matter what life may try to throw at us,
Yes.
like bullying and things like that.
Bullying,
your
wow.
color.
Yeah.
Because we have, like, a serious problem with bullying right now.
So can I repeat that?
A 9-year-old who killed herself.
Oh my, can I repeat that? So Nicola says that you guys are having serious times with bullies. There was a 9-year-old. Can I say this? So a 9-year-old took her life recently, and because of bullying. So I think everyone's bullied at some point. I was bullied in high school, not high school. I was bullied in grade school for a bit because I was different. I was an artist. I didn't play basketball. I wasn't cool like my neighborhood was. I grew up in Buffalo, New York, upstate, and then I moved to New York City when I was, a little bit older. But bullying doesn't feel good. It makes you question everything about yourself that you thought you liked, and so you're looking for acceptance in this space. And listen, we're humans. We're all looking for a pack. We're all looking for a sense of love because sometimes we don't get it at home. Sometimes we're not getting it from our brothers or our sisters. So like we're chasing that feeling. But all I'm wanting to say to you guys when it comes to bullying is, listen, if it's a physical thing and you're having to run for your safety, I get it. But I want you to turn inward. I want you to turn inward and realize it's an inside job. So the better you feel about you possibly are keeping bullies at bay. The better you feel about your day, because don't think about how everything around you is happening. Don't think about your grades and then also your parents and trying to make people at home happy. Make yourself happy. And so I want you to be a little selfish, ladies, and make yourself happy first. And when I say that, that seems a little selfish, but it's not selfish. It's called self-care. So if you're taking anything else away from the video that I'm talking to you guys about, I want you to think about self-care. And what does that really mean? Like, what does self-care mean at 9 years old? What does self-care mean at 15? All that means is I'm taking some private time, or I'm taking a few minutes to love on me, even if no one else does. So it doesn't matter if anyone else loves you, if anyone else thinks you're cool, if anyone else thinks you're pretty. That does not matter. It matters more about how you see yourself. So I want you to look in the mirror now and always and find something that you like. Don't pick away the things you don't like about yourself. We all got stuff we don't love about ourselves. But is there anything that is already working? Is it like you like your hips? Do you like the way your hair looks when it's done? Do you like your eyebrows when you tweeze them? I mean, do you like a lip gloss that makes your lips look fuller? So it's something. So I want you to, when we hang up or whenever we get rid of this live, ladies, I want you to walk around your home, since we're all at home, and find 5 things that make you feel good about you. And that could be something in your closet. Go find some old J's. Go find some sneakers that possibly aren't cool anymore, but when you first got them, they made you feel really, really cool. Whatever that is, I want you to find 5 things in your home that make you feel great. And if it's a lip gloss, then then rock it. And if you can't wear it anymore, if you can't own it anymore, if it's gone, I want you to aspire to go in the direction of finding something else that makes you feel that way.
I like that.
So is there any other thing that is on your mind and when you think about your audience? Yeah.
I think the biggest thing right now is learning, especially because we're at home and we have limited supplies. Like, what's a healthy skincare regimen?
What's healthy skincare? Yeah. So Nicholas, guys, if you're just tuning in, I'll show you. I'm Sir John. I'm a makeup artist. I've been in the business for a long time. For those of you who are just tuning in, and I'll just pull up one. I don't have a whole lot of pictures of the work I do, but you guys know this lady right here. I've been with her for like a little over 10 years, and some other celebrities. I've done Super Bowl. Coachella was 2 years ago yesterday. Like all these cool things. But what's cool for me is actually being here and connecting with you guys. So I hope you're happy to have me because I'm happy to be here. But like what we were saying just now, what was your question, Nicola?
Like, what is a healthy skincare thing that they can do at home?
So what's healthy skincare? What does healthy skincare look like? Okay, so listen, I got a pimple right here. And it's there, whatever. And I get breakouts all the time, but it's one of those things where, listen, if you didn't have a breakout, if you didn't have a pimple at some point in your life, you're not alive. You're not alive. You're dead if your skin doesn't have a pimple every once in a while. And all that is your skin is pushing out anything that's toxic. So talking about detoxifying, I want you guys to do something. So you don't have to have a lot of money to have a really great skincare routine. And all it is looking in your refrigerator for things that you guys have at home. So ladies, do you have any lemons at home at all? Can you not so much go to the store for any lemons, but do you have any lemons? So lemons are detoxifying, and it's like, oh, I don't want a lemon. Lemon's sour. Like, why would I want to taste the lemon? But I want you to think about something. I want you guys to think about having an anti-inflammatory diet. So this sounds like a big word. It sounds like a lot of work to do, but all it is cutting out a few things or a few aggressors that you possibly are eating a lot of right now since we're home. Just put them away. So in terms of chips, guys, ladies, save the chips, store them. All that salt and sodium is going to make you break out. So chips and cookies, I like cookies too. So save your cookies. It's cool. Save the cookies, save the milk. But I want you to be really conscious of how much dairy you take in. So ladies, if you can, try to stay really, really minimal when it comes to your intake of dairy. So maybe a cup of milk in your cereal with breakfast, but skip all the cheese if you can, or anything else. A lot of dairy in your stomach actually really, really upsets your complexion. So cutting out dairy, taking a lemon and juicing the lemon, and just doing a shot of lemon every day. So you know what? Let's go to my kitchen. We're gonna do that right now. So follow me. I hope you guys don't mind that we're going on a little tour. Okay, bam. Can you guys see me still? Can you see me? I hope you can. Nicola, can you see me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to make this really, really easy. So I'm making this really easy. And I didn't even clean out my kitchen, but I'm here. So I have 1 lemon. And this is all I want you to do to make sure that you have really pretty skin. So after all this, staying in the house, and you have to go back to school, you're able to go to the park, you'll be in a really good place. So take a lemon and then just warm it up a little bit because you really want to make it juicy. I know it's not the best thing to eat. No one thinks like, oh, I want a lemon. No one craves it, but it really is great for your complexion and your digestion. So I have one of these guys. These right here, this is a juicer, but you don't have to have this. You can just squeeze it out on your own if you want to, but I'm going to use one of these. Also, the great thing about lemon is that after you're done with this, ladies, you can take this and rub this on your face as like a mask for a bit and then rinse it off. Don't leave it on your face overnight because it may be a little bit too aggressive. It may burn your face, but just do this like once or twice a week, and it's a really nice DIY mask. Am I talking too fast for you guys?
No, you're fine.
Yeah. So like I said, this is...
Some comments too.
Yeah, tell me some of the comments. What are they saying? Talk to me.
Okay, so Sweet Christy, she's one of our Jacksonville ambassadors.
Hey, Jacksonville, Florida.
No cheese for me.
No
I'm
cheese.
vegan now.
Okay.
Sherry Cooper, she said you are awesome.
Oh, hey, Sherry Cooper. Where's Sherry Cooper from?
I'm not sure where Sherry Cooper is from. Sherry,
Yeah.
can you please let us know where you're from?
Hey, guys, listen. If you're just tuning in, I'm on the phone right now. And we're just chatting and we're just having a good time. I'm in my kitchen. We're talking about DIY skincare remedies. I'm Sir John, celebrity makeup artist, but I'm here to just rock and roll with you guys for a bit. Tell me where you're from. Leave me a comment. I want to talk to you.
Okay. Crystal, that's my other L'Oreal Women of Work sister. She said you rock. She was excited to be here.
Nicola, hold on 1 sec. 1 sec. Okay. So guys, just what I did just now, if you notice, I put 1 lemon. You see these rinds? So I squeeze 1 lemon into a paper or plastic cup and just put a little bit of water in there. And even though it doesn't seem like a big thing, if you do this on a daily basis, it really detoxifies your body and it cleanses your pores and makes sure your pores won't be smaller, but they'll be cleaner. Okay? So I'm going to do this now. Bam. That's all you need to do on a regular basis. Now we're going back to the couch so we can talk to Nicola about the rest of the stuff we're going to talk about. Sherry from Fort Myers Beach, Florida. Does she have a question? Are there any questions at all?
Well, she was the one that said, hey, how are you? Catherine Shem, she's from New York. Kara's on here. She's from New York.
Hey, Kara. Hey, Catherine.
Who else? There's so many comments. It's 45. Yeah.
So, hey, can I ask you a question? So can we go back to something that you really said that was so important when we're talking about confidence? Can we go back to the confidence talk? Yeah. So tell me some of the things that, some of the ladies who you rock with, what do they what is that? How does that come up? Like, tell me, get me into the mind frame of understanding what does that look like.
Okay, so we have a segment, we have a panel discussion, right?
Okay.
And we do it by fishbowl setting that they are anonymously dropping their questions in a bag.
Okay.
And then I pull the questions. And a lot of the comments and questions that we get is about their skin.
I'm on the phone with Nicola, guys, if you just have any questions. And we're talking about confidence. So she's just giving me a little bit of information on why this is important and some of the questions in the talks that you guys have when I'm not there. Because I want to be there. So that's why we're on the phone with her now. So what is, yeah.
Melanin, their color, their skin color, the clothes. Some of our girls are rescued from the sex trade. Some of our girls are in group homes.
Wow.
So they may not have everything that someone else has.
Yeah.
So that's where their confidence is lacking.
Yeah. So I'm going to speak to that. So we were just talking just now, and sometimes a lack of confidence, comes from the things that you don't think you have. So a lot of girls are looking at other people or other, women or girls in their school who are more popular, who have more clothes or more options. And to be honest with you, it's not about that. It's not about this. It's not about any of that. It's about how you feel with yourself. So what I want you ladies to do is start checking in with yourself. And when I say check in, I want you to think about this as something like a temperature check. Like when you go look at your phone or when you're on your way to school, you look to see what the weather is, because that's going to dictate, do I need a raincoat? Do I need an umbrella? Do I need some sunglasses? Whatever that means. But I want you to do that with yourself. I want you to start to recognize, how am I feeling right now? When I look at this, when I look at someone else's new sneakers, or when I look at the fact that I don't have any new sneakers, or I don't have a new dress, or I'm using my brother's jacket from last year, how does that make me feel? So I don't want you to ignore that. So ignoring that is the worst thing you can do. And when I say ignoring it is the worst thing you can do, because it builds up. It comes out in ugly ways later. It might make you angry, it might make you sad, but it's okay to recognize how it makes you feel, because you can do more with that. And when I say you can do more with that, it's checking in. If you have a really healthy sense of checking in with yourself, I don't know if I'm really happy right now, or I don't know, if I had the motivation to go back to school after all the things that, this girl said about me last semester or yesterday in third period. But I want you to have a really healthy grip of what it is. Write it down. Write down how you feel and why. Like, who's messing with you and why. Start to create a journal. Put it under your mattress or somewhere safe so no one else is reading your journal. But write down your thoughts. The best thing I can tell you guys to do when it comes to confidence, because I'm around some really confident women. Like, for example, when we getting Beyonce dressed for, the Grammys or for, a Super Bowl, there's not always a lot of confidence that everyone has. She's not always the most confident person, but she gets rid of it whenever that arises. So we all feel really insecure at times. I see so many people who look so much better than I do, who have cooler things than I have, nicer cars than I have, prettier friends than I have. But guess what? I'm okay. I'm okay with me, because none of that stuff matters. All that outside stuff, they can't take with them. You can't take that with you on your next journey. So, and also build up the women around you, ladies. Like, if you have girls, don't isolate your girlfriends by making yourself feel here because you're having a good day. The community that you need to have are the people who you're feeding love and attention and curiosity. So I want you to go back to school, or even get on the phone after I hang up from this live, and start to see, hey, listen, is there anyone who can use a little bit of love from me right now? Instead of looking for the love, try to see, can you give any love? Is there anybody I can give some love to right now? It may not be in your house. You might not like your brother or your sister in the other room, and that's okay. But is there anyone who I can call and say, you know what? I know you're having a bad day too. Let's have bad days together. Is there anyone you can have a bad day together with? Nicola, would you say that's appropriate?
Yep, that's very appropriate. We have a question.
Talk to me. What's up?
From Maryland. What are some inexpensive but good foundations?
Wow. Okay, so good foundations. A good foundation that's not expensive. You know who has a really great foundation, ladies, is if you go to Target or if you go to Walmart. So L'Oreal has a really great one called Infallible. So L'Oreal Paris, it's Infallible matte foundation, or Freshwear. So Freshwear is really, really nice. And the reason I like the Freshwear foundation, write this down. Go get a pen. I'll wait. Fresh Wear foundation is really good because it stays on your face all day. It looks like skin. It doesn't look like makeup. So you can be talking to someone and they won't even know that you have makeup on. That's the goal. The goal, I'm not sure if you're looking at Instagram or YouTube or whatever that looks like, but I'm here to tell you, Sir John, makeup artist who's a couple stars you love, don't use a lot of makeup because also it can clog your pores. And you don't want clogged pores because what that's going to do is create breakouts. So we're stopping the cycle of bad skin. So that means that it doesn't matter how tired you are, you're washing your face every time before you go to bed. Never go to bed with makeup on, ladies. It's a bad thing. What's the next question?
Okay. What are some staples, and this is from Chicago, what are some good staples to have in your closet when you have a limited budget?
I love this question. Okay, cool. This is a good question. So what are some staples to have in your closet when you have a limited budget? Ladies, I came from a home where I had a limited budget. I'm the oldest child of 3. And so, I had to get a job if I wanted Jordans. I didn't have those kind of things. I had to wait until I had a summer youth job. But what's some staples that you can have? A, jeans, some really good jeans, some jeans that fit you right. And don't care about what everyone else says. How do you feel when you look in the mirror? So jeans that make you feel good when you look in the mirror is one, right? I would say something else that would be a staple to have when you don't have a lot of cash, a great white t-shirt. I would even go to Hanes or Target and buy a pack of white V's. Ladies, all ladies look great with a white V-neck. It makes your boobies look great. Even if you don't have any, it makes your skin look pretty. So white V-neck t-shirts, a great pair of jeans. And then if you can, maybe some sneakers. I would say some sneakers. And then a lipstick. So I want you to think about makeup as a wardrobe. So if you don't have a lot of clothes, go buy a lipstick. Go buy, like, for example, there's these Rouge Signatures that by L'Oreal that are really, really pretty. They stay on all day through class, through eating, or whatever that looks like. So keep it really simple with your clothes. White t-shirts, white V-necks, jeans, and buy 5 or 6 different lipstick colors. That's it.
Okay. Next question. Cream blush or powder blush?
Okay, so the next question is cream blush or powder blush. I would say if you're in high school right now, or if you happen to have any skincare concerns when it comes to challenging skin like acne or whatever that looks like, stick to powder. Cream blushes may congest your pores at this point. So powder blush it is. Powder blush all the way.
Okay. How do you remain humble and grounded while working side by side with some of the best A-list celebrities?
So how do I remain humble and grounded while working side by side with some A-list celebrities? Okay, I'll be honest with you. Well, first of all, I have a mom who's crazy, so I can't get too, arrogant or whatever that looks like. And also, you know what, ladies, can I tell you something? And I want you to think about this when you go back to school too, or when you're thinking about the people who you're around or the people who you allow in your circle. Okay, arrogance creates distance. Like, if I'm arrogant, if I feel like I'm all these things, if I'm puffing myself up, that creates a sense of separation with other people. Like I'll give you an example. We were working on this cover, actually, this magazine cover, and we shot this in Crenshaw in LA. And, I rolled up to set, I came to set and I saw Beyonce's trailer in the distance. And even though I'm there and I see my A-list talent there, I'm the most humble person on the set. You know why? Because, the distance that a big ego creates is no one's going to come talk to me. They're going to think twice about asking me a question. I want a connection. I don't want distance. So I want you to think about this. Ego creates distance and humility creates a connection. And I want a connection. So the more I think that I'm better than anyone else, the less connected I'll be to everyone. And that's not the goal. All right, what's the next question?
This is a statement. God didn't make us all the same for a reason. It would be a boring world. You agree?
So yes, next question is from Crystal. Shout out to Crystal. What's up, babe? So God didn't make all of us the same for a reason. It would be a boring world. I'm here to tell you, yes, that's so true. Listen, I love the differences. Differences are sexy. It's cool. We don't want to all look the same. And you know what? I also am very proud of the business that we're in now. I'm proud of the cosmetics industry now. I'm proud of the fashion industry now. Not before, but now. You know why? Because it's so inclusive. When I say inclusive, inclusivity looks like this. Think about your block. Think about your apartment building. You know, that means that everyone on this block, everyone in this apartment building has a voice. Everyone is invited to the party. So before, in yesteryear or years prior, everyone wasn't invited to the party. And so I want you to think about inclusivity like that. It's a hot ticket item. A lot of people use that word, but that's what it really, really means. So, and I think it's so much of a more fun environment. It's more impactful. It's sexier to see all different types, to see girls with big hips and small hips, short hair and long hair, you know, natural hair and lace fronts, units, whatever that may be. It's cool to see variety. So, and also I want you to do something, ladies, celebrate the variety in other people. It's not, you can't look at the world like, hey, listen, why are you not doing right by me if you're not doing right by other people? So when I say that, I challenge everyone who's watching to go and lift up other women, lift up other girls, check in on them if you know they're having a hard time, if they're having problems with their boyfriend, problems with their parents, if they're being bullied. It's your responsibility as a woman to also lift her up and to protect her. So it's a community effort. It's not something that's singular. All right, what's the next question?
If you weren't doing makeup, what other passion of yours would you execute? And also, Crystal said she just passed out because you just recognized her.
Okay. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Crystal. I see you. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, cool. So if the question is, if I wasn't doing makeup, what would I be doing? I would be talking to you guys. I would probably be a talk show host, you know, or something like that. I love people. I love people. I love making people feel good. I love having conversations with women, specifically women. And I love lifting women up and making sure that they feel like where they need to be. So in my job, I would either be a therapist or I might be some kind of talk show host. Because I just like to make people feel right. Okay, what's the next question?
Okay, so we got just a couple more minutes.
Okay.
30 minutes have went so quickly.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
It's all good.
I want you first to give your contact information, how they can find you, if you have any upcoming projects.
Yeah, sure.
And also, one thing, if you can tell them, because we're talking to some young girls, Beyonce's the bomb.
Beyonce's the bomb.
They are in love with Meg Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion, yeah.
With Meg.
Okay, cool. So can I tell you guys a story? So we're talking about, so I'm on the phone with Nicola, and we're talking about Beyonce, we're talking about celebrities, we're talking about you guys first and foremost, which is even more important than any celebrity. And so one of my favorite people of now is Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not sure. Do you guys, in the comments, can you tell me if you know who Megan is? Is anybody here that knows who Megan Thee Stallion is? I don't know. But if you don't know, I'll tell you. She's a rapper. She's, from Houston, from H-Town. And, Beyonce's from Houston as well. But the reason I like her is because she's honest, she's unapologetic, she's cute, she's fun. So I got a phone call to do a cover of Marie Claire with her. And they were like, well, Sir John, it's not paid. You're not going to make any money off of it. Also, there's no budget for you to fly in. So you're going to have to pay for yourself to go. And usually, guys, ladies, that's a no-no for me. But I was like, you know what? I like this girl. I really like this girl. I'm listening to all her music. I'm listening to the mixtapes, all of the stuff that she was making before she got super, super popular. So I flew myself. I paid for myself to go to work with Megan Thee Stallion. And so if you go to my Instagram, check my Instagram out, ladies. I'm Sir John, SirJohn. And yes, it's my real name since I was born. But back to my story. I love Megan because when I went to her, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if I should say this, but other makeup artists, no one else was doing her makeup. She doesn't really let other people do her makeup. But so I had a conversation with her. I was like, can we do this? And since she's like, well, and I knew it was going to be a fight. I knew she was not going to want me to do her makeup because she just doesn't like anyone to do her makeup. But I told her, you know what I told her? And this is where humility kicks in. We're talking about being humble. Even though I know I'm popular, I know I got some cool things that I've done. I was humble enough to talk to her and say, hey, listen, whatever you know that's better than what I know, I want to sit and learn. So I want to be a student. So I want you to teach me whatever you know that's so good that you won't let someone like me touch your face. So I'm going to sit. You can use my whole kit here. I'm going to open my kit, all my lashes, all my makeup brushes, use whatever you want to. You're going to teach me right now what you know. And she started laughing, and we started becoming cool because of that, But It's guys, it's about humility. It's not about being puffed up or arrogant. And the biggest thing I can say to all of you is, if you can do one thing for me, is to lift up another girl, is to take care of another woman. And if you can do that, the universe has a way of sweeping back and lifting you up and protecting you. So I want you to think about that. You can't pray for protection for just your own head. You can't pray for protection for just your own house. You got to look and see that in other people, because they're needing you, you know? So is there any last questions that you want to have?
There was one last question about what type of primer do you suggest for combination skin, and then we can wrap up with your contact information again.
Okay, so you want me to get my cell phone number out? No, I'm joking. Primer. So I'm going to give you guys a really cool tip here. When it comes to primer, hi, sweet Christie's, classy and bougie. Hey, Sabrina. I'm just shouting out some girls who are over here in the lives.
Yes,
so yes, what's a primer? I want you to think about something. If you don't have money for a primer, I'm going to give you a hack. Just go to the drugstore and look for a mattifying moisturizer. A moisturizer that's really good for oily skin. And you don't have to spend a lot of money. Spend under 10 bucks on a moisturizer, under $12. You don't have to break the bank. This is not about that. But when it comes to a primer, only thing a primer will do is make your foundation last longer. And if you want your foundation to last longer, that means that you need to keep the oil at bay, minimize the oil production. And you can do that with a water-based moisturizer. A water-based moisturizer will keep your foundation on a bit longer. But also, how are you removing your foundation at home? So I want to make sure that you're taking your foundation off the right way and you're cleansing your skin. Ladies, you got to cleanse your skin. Skincare is a habit. It's not something that you want to do, but you got to do. I'm a lot older than you guys. I'm closer to 40 than I am 20 or 30. But I take care of my skin, I take care of my skin. I lost all my hair in the 90s. I don't have any hair anymore, but I'm okay with that. And it's okay with me, So I want you to love on yourself more, but also love your community. Love your sisters. Big them up, Shoot. After you get off this live with me, don't just think about Beyonce and Megan Thee Stallion. I want you to think about who's the Megan Thee Stallion in your life. Who is the Beyonce in your life? And not by looks or what they got in terms of money, but can you give a shout out? Can you send 5 texts or 5 texts? How do you say text? How do you say text plural? I don't know. Can you send out 5 texts to other women, other girls and just say something good? Say something that you like about them. Say something that you miss. I miss how funny you are in third period. I miss the way you used to talk about Mr. So-and-so or whatever that looks like. Send a smile. We need it. They need you. All right. So on that note, I'm Sir John. I'm signing off. I love you all. I'm flying to Los Angeles. From Los Angeles to Atlanta so we can rock and do this together in person. And I want to meet every one of you, sit down and hear all of your stories as long as you'll have me. Okay. So listen, be well, stay blessed, and I'll see you soon.